Hello and welcome to part 2 of this free online astrology course. My name is Deborah Moore. I've been an astrologer for about 30 years. If you haven't watched part 1 yet, I suggest you go back and see that first, because there I'll be talking about the elements. So last week I introduced you to this wheel and remember the red was the fire, blue was the water, yellow is air, and green was earth. So, did you manage to get into some of the experiences of those elements? Have you got a bit of a feel for them now? That's great. So what we're going to look at today is what in astrological terms is called the quadruplicities, but that's a bit of a mouthful. So we're going to use a simpler term, which is the modes. And there are 3 modes: cardinal, fixed, and mutable. So I have a little thing here. And I will put up a screenshot of this so that you can take a screenshot for yourself. So there are 3 modes and 4 elements. So each element has 3 signs of the zodiac in: 1 cardinal, 1 fixed, and 1 mutable. So if we start with Aries, the fire sign, it's the first sign of the zodiac. This is a cardinal sign. Cardinal energy is initiating energy. It wants to get things started. And if you think about it, Aries, being the sign of the spring equinox, is like the initiating energy of spring. And in fact, it's the cardinal signs that initiate each of the seasons. So the summer solstice is the start of Cancer, and this is cardinal water. The autumn equinox is the start of Libra, and this is cardinal air. And then the winter solstice is Capricorn, and this is cardinal earth. So each season has this impulse, this drive to get things going, to get the season going, has this cardinal energy. Once it's got into motion, it's a bit like, overcoming the inertia of a vehicle. You put your foot on the brake and you turn the ignition and you put your foot on the accelerator, so not the brake, the accelerator, and you start, you get going. And then you have what's called the fixed energy. So this is the building energy. This picks up from the cardinal energy, it picks up from the momentum and keeps it going and keeps it building. So if you imagine you set off on your journey and now you're on the motorway and you just want to keep that steady drive on the motorway, just want to keep going. So after Aries, we have fixed earth, Taurus. Okay, so we've got the seeds, they've initiated, they've germinated, and now they're starting to put on weight. They're getting into their growth. Yeah, it's that building energy. After the cardinal water in the summer, we have fixed fire. That's Leo. So I'm actually talking in Leo season now, and it's like, this is when all the fruit is starting to set. Yeah, it's setting the sugar levels, if you like, in the fruit. It's building the resources in the fruit. And then after the cardinal air in the autumn, we have fixed water, which is Scorpio. And this is when everything contracts and it becomes, well, it's effectively death. If you think about it, death is pretty fixed, isn't it? And then we go into, after the cardinal earth, we have fixed air, we have Aquarius. So this is when it's like winter has really set in, and it's like it's frozen and solid. If you think about, you know, January, February, we're all like, oh, those are the coldest months, aren't they? After fixed energy, we have mutable energy. We have the mutable signs. And mutable is about, okay, we've done with that one now. We're going to change it all because it's ready to prepare the ground for the next cardinal energy. So after the fixed earth, Taurus, we have mutable air, we have Gemini, and that's when all the pollen starts to fly around, and you get the germination. Yeah, it's like, okay, we've done all the building, and now we need to disperse and get some germination going. After the fixed Leo, we have mutable earth, which is Virgo. And this is all about, okay, so everything is ripe now, so we need to change. Now we need the fruits to drop. We need that change now. And then after fixed water, Scorpio, we have mutable fire. We have Sagittarius. Okay, so Sagittarius is like, okay, we need to bundle up now. We need to get warm. You know, the winter's coming. We need to change from that sort of sense of, oh, it's winter, it's cold. Now we need to get into our winter time activities. It's getting dark, and we need to get into doing our little creative projects and things. And then after fixed air, we have mutable water, we have Pisces. And this is when everything starts to defrost. We've had the frozen ground, and so now everything starts to defrost, and the water starts to flow again, and it's like, yeah, okay, we're going to start preparing the ground now for the new seeds to germinate in Aries. So what I've done is I've created another chart here, which again I will put up in the video, and you can take a screenshot of it so that you have it to keep. So what I'd like you to do over the next time till you get the next lesson is to consider the combination of the element and the mode. So sometimes it's easiest to start with your own sun sign. So I'm a Pisces, so I'm mutable water, yeah. And yeah, I'm like, okay, we've done that for a while. Let's move on to something else. I feel for a change, okay, because water is about feeling. So I'd like you to consider your own sun sign, consider the element and the mode, and have a little thought, thinks about, yeah, how do I reflect that element, and how do I reflect the mode of that element, cardinal, fixed or mutable. And then another little thing that's really interesting to do is to just go around your house. Sometimes we do it like, if you're a person who carries a bag around with you all the time, is to actually go in your bag. But otherwise, go around the house and find 12 objects that represent each of the 12 signs. So find something for cardinal fire Aries, find something for fixed earth Taurus, find something for mutable air Gemini. And you know what? There's no right or wrong. Okay? Do you remember what I said last week? I said that all astrologers are different, and this is all about our personal experience. There's no right or wrong. Just find some things. You'll have a reason for why you've chosen them, and that reason is just as valid as anybody else's. And then try laying them out in a circle, like the circle of the zodiac. Try laying them out in the circle so that you get a feel of the passage of the qualities. Sorry, I'm going the wrong way. The passage of the qualities around the circle. And I will put a screenshot of this up for you as well. Okay, so that was lesson 2 on the modes. and I look forward to seeing you in lesson 3. Take care. If you'd like an astrology reading with me, don't forget to put your name and comment below. And if you haven't subscribed yet to my channel, do that and hit the notifications button, and then you'll get part 3 as soon as it's released. Take care. Bye.